Hello, very warm welcome to Daily F1 News as we cover Alexander Albon, the softly spoken Thai-based British driver, and we also discuss Esteban Ocon, who had a go in the Alpine livery at Paul Ricard. So, we'll start with Alexander Albon. First time he's really spoke publicly since his demotion. Of course, he said he was very upset, but he's actually gave a media interview saying he vows to come back and he will fight to get back on the grid in 2022. Alexander Albon will race in German touring cars DTM, but he will be a backup. If Max, Perez, Gasly, Tsunoda pick up COVID, Albon will come in and do a good job. Now, I was very harsh on Alexander Albon, but I was the same with Pierre Gasly. I was the same with Albon. If Perez is really bad, I'll be the same on him. It's no agenda against Alexander Albon. He just simply was not up to the task. But he should still be on the grid. To be off the grid completely is very harsh. There's no one that can tell me he deserved to be off the grid. But he did deserve to be dropped. 100%. I agree with that decision. He did pick up podiums. Mugello and Sakhir, Bahrain, when Perez blew up. But yeah, just didn't live up to the hype, the pressure. But Red Bull have got an exciting lineup. Also in other news, Esteban Ocon. We've seen a couple of teams have you get a 100-kilometre test. McLaren had it. Williams had it at Silverstone. Esteban Ocon has had it at Paul Ricard. Also, Christian Lundegaard was in as well. Paul Ricard, what an awful circuit that is. Let's hope them circuit changes have made a difference. Ocon. Going to be interesting to see how he matches up against the two-time world champion Fernando Alonso. But yeah, Alexander Albon, he's determined to get back on the grid for 2022. He even says whether it's AlphaTauri or Red Bull, he's determined to get back on the grid. It hurt him, and it would hurt to lose the seat. But he's ambitious as Alexander Albon, and he's not going to give up on his dream. And for Esteban Ocon going round Paul Ricard, good to get, he'll be rusty. He's not been in the car in ages, so good to get some miles in, even if it only is a 100-kilometre test. Ocon has gone a bit under the radar, really, hasn't he? He was up there in the conversation with George Russell, and now, don't know. I mean, if you were Mercedes and you had the choice between Russell and Ocon, you would promote Russell, wouldn't you? So Ocon needs to pick up his game this season because he got quite dispatched by Daniel Ricciardo. So yeah, big season for Esteban Ocon. Alexander Albon needs to perform in DTM. And if someone does get COVID and he's called upon, he needs to do a professional job. Very harsh, he's off the grid. I mean, people say I hated the guy. I didn't hate the guy. I just give an honest opinion. I'm no favoritism to any drivers. Even as a Hamilton fan, when he does bad, I'll say. So, yeah, I mean, to say I was a hater was below the belt. I just give an honest opinion. If Perez performs like Albon and Gasly, he'll get the same treatment this season. But I don't think he will. I think Perez will push Max. So there we have it. Daily news. Comment down below your thoughts. Alexander Albon determined, motivated to get back on that F1 grid in 2022. And Esteban Ocon gets a few laps under his belt at Paul Ricard. Also, look out today. We've got a Red Bull launch. Exciting. Getting very close now. Car launches. Then we've got testing. Then we've got previews, qualifying reaction, race reaction, driver ratings. and the F1 videos have been doing fantastic, so that's great to see. I've been very consistent with the F1 videos, and yeah, it seems to be paying off because people enjoying them. I mean, yesterday we did South Africa race, Alfa Romeo launch. Yeah, thanks for the support. Comment down below, we'll always reply. Adios.